earliest days of our republic, faith in God has always been the ultimate source of the strength that beats in the hearts of our nation. We have to bring religion back.
He's placing his Constantinian plan.
Problems that we've had over the last fairly long period of time.
Understand?
We have to bring it back. Thomas Jefferson.
All of this is mandated by God. I've been telling you over and over and over.
In the old house chamber on the very ground where I stand today. So there could be nothing more beautiful than for us to gather in this majestic place. It is majestic, and reaffirm that America is and will always be one nation under God. At every stage
You know nothing of God
story,
and His works.
Countries drawn hope and courage and inspiration from our trust in the Almighty. Deep in the soul of every patriot is the knowledge that God has a special plan and a glorious mission for America. And that plan is going to happen. It's going to happen. I hope it happens sooner rather than...
And you're the one that He called to do it, right?
And it's His hand that guides us every single step of the way. And all of you and the things we have to do is to see the defining role that faith and prayer have played in the life of our nation. And you just have to look at this building and you can look at each other. You can really look at each other to find almost everyone in this room. I think faith has been very strong with the people in this room.
Yeah, with the exception of you.
Here in the Hall of Commons is the statue of John Winthrop, who famously proclaimed that America would stand as a city upon a hill, a light to all nations, with the eyes of all people upon us. Today, almost 400 years after that famous sermon, we see that with the Lord's help, the city stands taller and shines brighter than ever before, or at least it soon will. In that same hall, we also find the statue of the great Roger Williams, who founded the state of Rhode Island, named its capital city Providence, and built the first Baptist church in America. It's Williams that we have to thank for making religious liberty part of the bedrock of American life. And today we must protect the fundamental freedom with absolute devotion. We must stand strong, just like generations of Americans have done on the battlefields all around the world. A few away from the magnificent rotunda, another statue watches over visitors to the Capitol. George Washington, the founder of our country, often called for Americans to join together in prayer, very often. And more than 2 centuries later, this morning, we heed President Washington's wisdom and follow in his mighty footsteps. He was a strong man and of great religious strength. The stories and legends like Washington, Winthrop, and Williams remind us that without faith in God, there would be no American story.
This is a
Every
travesty.
citizen should be proud of this exceptional heritage. We have an unbelievable heritage, and we have to use that and make life better for everyone. That's why as we approach the 25th times 10 anniversary, think of that, 250 years will be celebrated next year of our country's founding. I have signed an executive order to resume the process of creating a new national park full of statues of the greatest Americans who ever lived. We're going to be honoring our heroes, honoring the greatest people.
How many of those are going to be
from our
Confederates?
country. We're not going to be tearing down, we're going to be building up. It would be called the National Garden of American Heroes. Some of you will be on that soon-to-be hallowed ground. Some of you, let's see, I can pick a few of you right now by looking. There's a couple of you right now I can see. Let's see.
Man, this dude is...
It's the president's sole opinion.
The
And
Kings.
I've given myself a 25-year period. And then somebody else, by that time it'll be very, very built up. It will be something very special. And I hope that Congress will fully fund this wonderfully unifying project at the first possible opportunity. It's not going to be a lot of money. It's going to be very important, however, so that more of our people can be inspired by the faith and courage of patriots like those who we honor in these halls. One of the incredible Americans whose memory my daughter will celebrate is also recognized with a statue in the Capitol representing the great state of North Carolina. And that's a man who everybody loved, Reverend Billy Graham. He was something. My father used to take me to watch the Crusades. He would take me to Yankee Stadium. I remember so well. I remember it more than I remember any Yankee game, and I see a lot of Yankee games. You remember it? And really didn't
No,
know
we
that.
can't believe it, because you don't believe
He's
it.
pretty good. That was amazing. You have 60 or 70,000 people, and they loved him. They loved him. I saw him with Franklin. I don't know if Franklin's here. I just don't know, but I got to know Franklin's done a great job with helping on tragedies and problems like in North Carolina, California. He's always the first one that work he does. His father was very proud of him, I can tell you that. But Billy Graham was very special. One floor below us, Reverend Graham's statue stands with an open Bible. The page turned to a letter from the Apostle Paul, which reads, "Let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up." Never give up. Never ever give up. You can't. How about me? If I would have given up, I would not be here right now. Who the hell knows where I'd be? It might not be a good place. If it was up to the Democrats, it would not be a good place at all. Never ever give up.
Listen to the laughter, though. I mean, it's absurd.
Leaders gathered here, you are leaders. We must never give up, and
But
we must never
y'all just come back to this
we must
place.
never grow weary, and we always
when
must
everything
practice
goes to hell,
As you know, last week only a few
come back
miles
to
from
this
here,
place.
Our nation witnessed a terrible tragedy when 67 people were killed in a horrible accident near Reagan Airport.
DEI.
As one nation who takes solace in the knowledge that their journey that night did not end in the icy waters of the Potomac, but in the warm embrace of a very loving God. None of us knows exactly when our time on earth will be over. You never know. A truth I confronted a few short months ago when there was an incident that it was not fun. It was not a good thing. But God was watching me. The chances of me being here, my sons are shooters, they're really good shooters, Don and Eric, and they said the chances of missing from that range with that gun are, Don equated it to a 1-foot putt. That's pretty bad. 2 feet I can see missing, but 1 foot you can't miss. It was the equivalent of a 1-foot putt, is what he told me. He said, in fact, he gained some religion. He went up 25%. And if you know him, that's a lot. But he said there had to be somebody that saved you, and I think I know who it is. And he looked up and he said, "Whoa, God, you've come a long way." He's a good guy, but my 2 sons just really couldn't believe it.
Whatever happened to the guy who actually got killed?
Just at that time.
Why we never heard anything about that?
55,000 people standing this way. There was just a few people in the back of the bleachers. There was nobody over there, except for my all-time favorite chart in history. A chart on immigration. Immigration saved my life, see? So we're going to be good for immigration, okay? But I made that turn, boom, and quickly. It was almost as though a deer bolted. You know, they say the only way you miss.
I think that shit was staged. I think they cut his ear when they pushed him down on the ground for him to get up with that fist pump. All of that shit was staged.
You know, the chart is rarely brought down. I brought it down maybe 20%, and 20% at the time. And it's never on my right, it's always on my left. And it's always at the end of the speech.
So he's pointing to the fact that all of this,
And it was a little more than
the only reason why is God saved him to do what he's about to do. Constantine had the same idea through his conversion.
Might have touched it, but not where it cuts. Not the skin part. But it's not honestly, it's a very changed, it changed something in me. I feel even stronger. I believe in God, but I feel much more strongly about it. Something happened. So,
Now, you don't feel strongly about God. You feel stronger about your power.
But that event, like the tragedy last week, should remind us all that we have to make the most out of every single day that we have. Who would think that you're in space and two things collide? The odds of that happening is so small, even without proper control. We should have had the proper control. We should have had better equipment. We know we have obsolete equipment. They were understaffed for whatever reason. I guess the helicopter was high, and we'll find out exactly what happened. But the odds, even if you had nothing, if you had nobody, the odds of that happening are extremely small. It's like, did you ever see a little driving range in golf and hitting balls, hundreds of balls, thousands of hours? I never see a ball hit in a ball. Balls going up all over the place, you never see them hit. It was amazing that could happen. There was a lot of mistakes made, and it should have never happened, but
It happened under your watch.
it's amazing that it happened. And I think that's going to be used for good. I think what is going to happen is we're all going to sit down and do a great computerized system for our control towers, brand new, not pieced together, obsolete like it is land-based, trying to hook up a land-based system to a satellite system. And the first thing that some experts told me when this happened is you can't hook up land to satellites and you can't hook up satellites to land. It doesn't work. We spent billions and billions of dollars trying to renovate an old broken system instead of just saying cut it loose and let's spend less money and build a great system done by 2 or 3 companies, very good company specialists. That's all it is.
Who you will have a connection to
companies.
and get some kind of a kickback for.
Different hookups have to happen, and I don't know how many people of you are good in terms of all of the kind of things necessary for that, and it's very complex stuff. But when you have 39 different companies working on hooking up, different cities and different people, you need one company with one set of equipment. And there are some countries that have unbelievable air control systems, and those would have gone off when that helicopter literally even hit the same height, because it traveled a long distance before it hit. It was just wouldn't stop. It wouldn't follow the line. But bells and whistles would have gone off. They were actually could virtually turn the thing around. It would have just never happened if we had the right equipment. And one of the things that's going to be, I'm going to be speaking to John and to Mike and to Chuck and to everybody. We have to get together and just, as a single bill, just pass.
And some of y'all are listening, and y'all are buying this shit.
In my plane, privately, I use a system from another country because my captain tells me I'm landing in New York and I'm using a system. I won't tell you what country, but I use a system from another country.
It's probably China.
Because the captain says this thing is so bad, it's so obsolete, and we can't have that. So we're going to have the best system. And a lot of money, but it's not that much money. And it'll happen fast. It'll be done by total professionals.
The only thing this guy has ever produced results on what he promised is this deportation shit. Everything that he's saying that's going to be great and better and best and like no, he's not going to deliver on any of that shit.
most important people in the country.
But he's going to be selling y'all on this bullshit,
Make the decision here.
while at the same time enriching himself and creating more universal power for himself.
Or the right size military, or what to do and what not to do. Most important people. And many of you are very religious. I know so many of you are very religious. And I just think that our country's been so badly hurt.
By you.
By what COVID did to religion. It really hurt it badly. People couldn't go to church for a long period of time. Even going outside, they were given a hard time, and I'm not blaming anybody for that.
Well, if you got religion, that should have made it stronger.
So they started using computers, if that.
Idiot.
And when they come back, it's just, a whole new experience they have to get used to. But it is starting to come back. We had a fantastic thing happen yesterday. The Army had the best recruitment numbers that they've had in more than 15 years. I think it could be 25 years, actually. I'll probably put that up. But
Yeah, everything is bigger and better when it comes to on your watch.
And we were worried about it. We were talking about it numerous times that we don't have people joining our military services. We don't have people joining our police force. We have to cherish our police. It's so dangerous. You open a car and somebody starts shooting. They blacken the windows. You don't even have any idea who's in the car. Oftentimes they have the dark windows, which not in theory supposed to have, but they have them. The door opens and the gun is pointed at your face.
You just fucking rambling, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
There's just nothing you can do about it. Your friends will take them out. This happens so many times, but it's such a dangerous thing. We have to cherish these people. So today we join our hearts and prayers and recommitting to putting our country first. We have to put our country first, making America stronger and greater and more exceptional than ever before, and we have to make religion a much more important factor now. We have to make it an important factor.
Yeah, well, we're going to bring God into it.
Our job is just going to be much
And he's going to show you
people, it brings people together.
just how much he's not on your side.
I remember just as growing up, I see, I revered.
He's about to show you.
Congressmen or something very special, but they were out to dinner all the time. We had an old congressman, maybe some of Cy Halpern from Queens, and he was a friend of my father. But he'd have dinner he was a Democrat, but he'd have dinner with Republicans, and he'd be at it, wouldn't even make a difference. Today, it's like shocking.
Yeah, because of the shit that you brought into play.
We have to get together. We all know what's right and what's wrong.
You created all of this fucking division
Every compromise on both sides. We have to just
with
do the
that
right thing.
birtherism shit.
He did it with Marco Rubio. He got everybody who's...
And you poured gas on a fucking smoldering fire
who's our VP,
that had been contained
But I think I would have been angry if it was 100. That might be a step too far.
for over 100 years.
But no, it was great to see a lot
But now you're taking us back
support from Democrats.
to over 200 years.
Some of the others had some pretty good support. So, it's doable. We had a recent bill having to do with a very beautiful young lady who was killed from Georgia. And that bill was very bipartisan. It was a very beautiful thing to watch, actually. And so I think we just have to, if possible, we have to unify. There's big division. I mean, some people want an open border, and some people want a closed border. We want it closed, and they want it open. That's a big difference. How do you solve that problem? It's a big difference. Some people want men and women's sports, and some people don't. And I was with somebody yesterday who was so upset that the bill was signed where men cannot participate.
Some people want equal opportunity for everybody, and some people don't.
Smart guy. Went to a great school. He's a great student. And he actually feels, that should happen. Men should be able to play, meaning transition into women's sports. And you talk to him and it says, I don't understand it. I think I don't understand
Okay,
how the problem not
this is
reconciled
enough for
in the
me.
first place.
I got work
It
to do.
seems so simple.
Till next time.
But he